Hey, what's going down, man? It's your boy Dijon. We back in the server room. We got another special guest with us, man. Eliot Ness in the building.
What it do?
Man, so one thing about you that, you know what I'm saying, most people might not know or they may know is that you actually the younger brother of Lady of Rage.
Yeah.
You know, she was like Dog Pound first lady and everything like that. What was that like coming up? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you kind of had to be around some pretty important people at that time.
Well, see, she came up here and then she moved and lived the majority of life in Virginia, in Farmville. So that's what she mainly claimed whenever she always talking about Farmville, VA. So besides that, it was just always cool because I looked at it as far as her and Scarface, mainly my two inspirations in the music. Like, I grew up around Face. He like a big bro. Came up in the same neighborhood and just been around a lot of people for a while, so I always seen a lot of things, ins and outs, and sat back and just learned and picked up on stuff. So they was my inspirations for me getting into the music because I was able to see someone come from nothing and then turn themselves into something.
Right.
Even if it's not just super big and glamorous like most people expect or want to be or get to that level, but they gain a certain amount of reputation and recognition within the communities that gave them entirety to being some street legends, some cultural legends in the hip hop and music industry. So it was interesting and a learning experience, I would say.
Right, man. I actually I always tell people, man, like my top 5 all time, I got Scarface in there at number 5, man. When I was a kid, I jammed like name was Scarface. Like, that was my boy.
Yeah, and to me, I believe he should be on everybody's to-do list as far as their favorite music icons or people that's in the music industry. Like, what was that, like a year and a half ago or something like that when they were talking about, no, that was just last year, but this COVID got all this stuff. When they was talking about, man, who is your top 50 and all of that, to me, you gotta put Face on there because he spit reality things that anybody in the ghetto, whether you just in the streets or not in the streets or done or been through situations that he portraying on the tracks, everybody can relate. So he's always gonna be a favorite of mine.
Right. And then he one of the only artists, like, you know what I'm saying, even from this region, they got multiple features with like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, he on Jay-Z albums, Jay-Z on his albums. A Jay-Z verse ain't easy to get. So that speaks volumes by itself.
Yeah, so that tells a lot. And I have a song with my favorite shirt that I'm wearing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about the shirt. Daz Dillinger, Scarface, Willie D.
Right, and like I had dropped the song like probably like 5-6 years ago, but it was just a regular version, the first get down on the song. So then a couple years later, because I was still marketing and promoting, because I was leading up to my first album that I was gonna put out. I put out different mixtapes, jumped on different people mixtapes and stuff like that. So it just all my bad. It all just came to just trying to grind and get it out. So I figured I might well keep the song on my mixtapes, and then still it was a single from off my album. It just took me a while to finish the project to be able to put it out. So it just gave me a lot more time for me to market the song. So on this version, I changed up the order, changed up the beat, and put the song back out there to where it was 2 different versions. One, the single version that I dropped as a single, and then the other one that was going on the album, which was the album version, and I also put out singles for that too. But it was pretty cool to say that I'm one of the only people to have a song with Willie D, Scarface, and Daz on one track.
Right.
That's the best of down south and best of the West Coast.
How did you eventually end up linking up with Daz?
through Rage and just by me just reaching out. But I had met him a few different times, going to a couple of different concerts that they was having out here in Texas, and just linked up. He's a pretty cool guy. I love him as a producer and everything. And hopefully one of these days I could be able to get me one of them old Dad Dillinger tracks and make me old classic type of hit. You know what I'm saying?
Them Tupac type, you know what I'm saying?
Death Row type.
He was providing that sound for them too back then.
Right. It was always a good classic vibe. So I had to make a classic song that will fit not only for the times we were living in then, but for times to come. Everybody can relate to police brutality, the struggles of a black man coming up in the streets and just in society as in general. So Small Time is you coming from nothing to making it just something, or turning what you have that's nothing into something. It can be represented on many different levels on Small Time. It could be about the street game. You came up, you started out from buying wins and selling this and that to where you graduated and then you got this and got that. People can take that song or the notoriety of the title to mean various different things. So that's my definition of Small Time. Is basically just you living your life a certain way and progress from nothing to something, at the same time exposing the trials and tribulations of not just a black man. I'm not just gonna just put it on just us blacks in general, because you do have other people in the other races like Mexicans, especially our brown brothers.
They going through it too.
Chinese, and some white folks. So it's not just to one stigma of one type of one kind of people or race of people. So it's something that everybody can jam to and relate, and say that if you ain't been through it, you can say, I either know somebody that done went through it, or I feel what he's saying because I know of this what a lot of people is going through.
Right. Another thing I like about your music, because I was checking out some of your tracks today, and not only did I hear tracks with OGs like Scarface, Willie D, but I know you pushing a single right now with DJ Chose.
Right, really, I got it's 3 different singles. One of them I've been promoting since last year because I had dropped it in the summer, which was called Mary Jane, which has Lou Nell, Devin the Dude, Young Red, and my boy Tony Mack on it. So that was the first song to kick off promotions for the album. And now, up to date right now, I'm marketing, like you say, my song Slang Rod is the title of the song with DJ Cho, produced by DJ Cho, which is a jamming track. I feel really
it got a real different sound to it, and I like that.
Energetic and stuff. And then I also got another song that I'm marketing too, which is Can't Keep Up, which is featuring Lil Kiki, Mike D, and 3-2, R.I.P. 3-2.
Yeah, rest in peace 3-2. Is that I don't know if this the song, but is that the song like the drug dealer? Let me think. I just heard it for the first time today. I can't think of the title, but it started off by saying like you're gonna be a dope boy now or something like that.
I'm trying to think, what song is that? It's one of the newest ones.
Yeah, it was. Cause I got that one and the other one with DJ Chose.
Oh, Slang Roy and Can't Keep Up.
Can't Keep Up.
So you got them two.
Yeah.
But it's another song you're talking about.
I think it might be Can't Keep Up, and it's like a singing type. Like not. I'm not gonna say singing on the hook. But
okay. Can't Keep Up is also it's similar to another song that I did. Shout out to Howard Boomer, featuring Howard Boomer, which that one now was called Fast Lane, and Howard Boomer was on the hook. The hooks are similar as far as these niggas mad because they can't keep up. So that part is also in another song called Fast Lane.
Okay.
But I changed it around to give it a new feel for it, but not just that, because that song made me think about something else that was in another song, and we were talking about another song, which was I had another song with 3-2, and then there's certain things that 3-2 say in that verse, or that song can't keep up, says some of the stuff that's in the song Fast Lane.
Yeah. So it kind of give you motivation, like when you go in the booth, you kind of think back on those tracks.
Yeah, something like that. So all I thought about was, damn, I forgot. I ain't paying attention, man. 3-2 said something that's related to that song. I'm gonna just build something around it. Cause at first I had, his verse was originally going to another song, a totally different song.
Okay.
But I felt that this way would be better for me to introduce the verse of 3-2 and to give his legacy another push, especially by adding other SUC members as Kiki and Mike D. You know what I'm saying? Had to keep it solid. So I thought about, let me make this into it, because ain't nobody heard no Southside player shit in a while. It's time, let me hit him with a little Southside player, screwed up click type of vibe. So that's what made me come up with Can't Keep Up. And that's a pretty good record too, I would say. It's first, shout out to Mike D, shout out to Doug Key, man. I appreciate y'all for jumping on the track with me. And especially to the producers, who I gotta give a shout out to, because they've been in the game for a while and been putting it on. And that's Corey Moe and Stoney of the Loopholes, Stoney the Melody God. But Corey Moe, they did that thing on the track, man, gave it a nice country rap tune flavor. So it's got an old school type of swag, but still talking about things that's relevant to now. It might not have that younger vibe and all that some people will be looking for, because first thing they gonna say, oh, that sounds old. Okay, cool. It's not marketed to be a young song.
Yeah, you know what you made it for and who you made it for.
Yeah, it's marketed to be what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I made the song what it was, something give it a classic feel, you know what I'm saying? But still something to where it's a song that you can not only jam now, but 10 years down the line, you still could jam it. Because it's a lot of songs that you hear, especially a lot of some club songs.
Yeah. I call them songs for the moment. Like it's good in that moment, but when you get in your car, you at home, you're not gonna play that song. You know what I'm saying? It just sound good while you're in the club or whatever.
Right, because right now, like, you might hear some songs that's jamming for the club, but 10 years later, you can't hear that song in the club no more. It's like right now, Meek Mill's Dream Chaser intro song is a song that's gonna be good and gonna carry out for years to come.
Like Mo City done.
It don't matter. Yeah, like the most it done, but it don't matter when that song is played in a club. It's gonna jump. They gonna find everybody know it word from word, and that's the old heads to the younger heads. They gonna know it.
Right.
But let somebody play a Yin Yang Twins or
yeah, they ain't trying to hear it. They ain't trying to hear that unless it's remixed by somebody of today.
Yeah, man, they don't want to hear that. Just like it's certain things, like I can say, I make music for not just me, but I make music for the people. But I make music to stay in tune of me. That's why my album is called I'm Me. My first one was I'm Me Part 1. This is I'm Me Part 2. But it's sticking to me, things that I like, things that I love, and just to showcase people, if they listen to the music and get an understanding to the music and can read into the music, a lot of the stuff a nigga talking about or saying on there is shit that the nigga done lived or been through, or other people that I know done lived and been through. It's something relatable to everybody. So that's why it's called I'm Me, because I'm gonna forever be me.
Right. And I know you started prepping this album, you know, kind of in the midst of COVID. Like last summer, it was kind of, you know, things were very different as far as releasing music and you know, just the way you promote music and things like that. What's like, did you have to take a different approach when, you know, like just coming up with the process of putting this album out?
I just took my time, man. Like me, I work how, if I'm not in the mood to write or rap, I'm not gonna do nothing. Cause I can't just force myself unless I hear a certain type of track that'll put me in that mood. But that's how I dictate my projects. Cause like right now I'm working on 3-4 different projects. I might make a few songs and might say, well, I'm gonna make these songs. I think these songs gonna go for this project. But once the song is said and done, I'm listening to it, I'll be like, no, it's not gonna be good for this project. So I'm gonna use this one for this project.
And that's what I was just gonna ask you that. Like, how do you decide what song goes to what project?
The vibe of the song, I let the vibe of the song dictates me what I'm gonna write about or the feel of it. It's just like a lot of times I could have features on the song. What I like to do now, I can send them a song that's already been made or started on, and let them build around it.
Right.
I find it better, and it'll keep them more in tune with them. So I might send them a track, but before my vocals get on it, because I might be thinking about doing a song one way, but then I send it to them, and then they'll end up laying their vocals first. And I'm liking which way they go. Forget that. I'm gonna build the song around them.
Yeah.
To where it feels more natural to them, not just to me, but more natural to them for me to build a song around them.
And you getting the most out of that song too. It's
Right.
not just like you just throwing anything out there. Like, you really taking your time putting these together, like art, pretty much, like a masterpiece.
Right. So that's part of my process of the whatever the hell that differentiate. Is that how you say it? Hey, I'm country.
Differentiate.
Because I can't
say it either, but I know what you're saying. I'm pretty sure they gonna know what you're saying too.
Yeah, so that it just helps me to dictate what songs go to what projects, so I know kind of when I'm listening to the tracks, the different vibes. Especially if I already know what I'm gonna name this project. I kind of got a feel of what type of tracks I want to hear for this project.
Right.
What I want to go here. So when I hear a track, it makes me feel and want to rap a certain way. Now, some people can write and then build a track around what they done wrote. I just rather, a lot of times, it's not going to be like that all the time, but I'd rather let the track dictate the outcome of the song. Helps me to build, and like, if I want somebody to feature on a song, I can't just say, all right, let me grab this track. Man, I'm gonna throw Zero on that there. I'm not gonna do that. It's like, I might can hear Zero or Kiki or somebody for this track, but till I hear that certain one, that right one, that made me really say, nah, that song really fits them. Cause I listen for all that, cause I know like the different music styles that they do for their other projects. So
right.
It's certain type of melodies within a song or on a track, a different instrument that they gravitate to, or that you might hear a lot of. So when you hear a certain track, you can't help but think, man, perfect for Mike D, perfect for him, perfect for Key, just perfect for
you know you have a
feel.
sense like this gonna put them in their zone. Like this what
Right.
they would want to hear.
Right, or at least this is the type of track that they would pick for one of their projects, if not a main project, for a mixtape.
Right.
So I'd rather put somebody on a song that fits their characteristics or fit their style of rap. Like Face. You can come with a lot of different other tracks though, but the main tracks you're gonna get, that way you're gonna get him, is them reality tracks. Some of them just a little bit soulful, got that in it, that bass guitar, all of that. So you're not gonna hear. Now you can force it. Put Face on a DJ Chose track, even though DJ Chose is the man right now, man.
Doing
As
his
far as
thing.
producing, his writing skills, just his production, him being a producer, all in all, the man hands down, man to man. He's one of the best to do it, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta give him his card, gotta give him his flowers, because man, the man is really talented, and I'd be amazed. And
I was gonna say, for the record, if I hear DJ Chose and like a Scarface on the DJ Chose track, Hey, that'll be something right there.
Yeah, you could put it together, but you gotta find that right DJ chose track that he'll fit on. You take one of them tracks like you'll hear the Baby or Megan try to throw a face on it, it's not gonna sound right.
Yeah.
You gotta find that right motherfucker that's gonna cater to him and bring out that Brad Jordan, that's Mr. Scarface, you know, that's
that classic ghetto boy sound.
Man, and that's what you wanna hear. Man, you wanna hear that. That's so it's better to give the people of the music what they want to hear from that person instead of just forcing something that don't belong.
Right. You know, music like so ever changing. Like it's every month almost the sound of the music changes. So like, you know what I'm saying, being in the game so long, like how do you maintain to stay relevant and you know just to like just keep that sound elevating as the years go on?
You do gotta change the times. Like, for instance, like it took me a little second to really try to change with the times. Cause I might do a record or something and be like, yeah, it's jamming. But I'm starting to understand what people will say about it. It sound old, it sound outdated. Now, the difference is the main thing that makes them feel like that is not just the music, but your cadence, the style, the melody of how you rap.
Right.
But most of all, people are listening for that beat, listening for certain instruments, because certain melodies, certain keys of structure in a beat will make that person feel like, that's old. That song sound like it's outdated.
It give you like an older vibe.
Yeah, it sound like it's outdated, but hell, some of the shit that you might say is outdated lasts forever.
But it's so crazy that people do say that often, but then at the same time, a lot of songs that we listen to today are like, you know,
like those.
You know, it's just like remakes of songs that we was listening to in like 2010.
Right, and the crazy thing about that,
put a little more bass in it or something like that,
and an 808. Cause that's the main thing that drives these songs now. There's a mean 808 in it. But you can take a producer, right? Now, every day, every month, they come out with new plugins, new ways to tune your vocals, new instruments on new programs. Now, you could take these same new instruments now and build a track, and people will still say, "Oh man, that sound outdated." Yeah, it might sound outdated, but it's still all new, up to date sounding instruments.
Yeah, but a lot of times, some producers
the melodies.
Some producers, that's a sound like with a Corey Mo. Corey Mo is going to give you that sound. He's going to give you that classic like 1999 in Houston sound, but I'm still jamming in 2021. Like I want to hear stuff like that, and I think it just depends on your region too. Because in Houston, like a lot of the newer artists, they developing the new sound of hip hop. Like whether it's like Atlanta artists or New York artists, like the sound kind of spread everywhere. But at the same time, you got artists that still dropping that same type of, like when I hear Slim Thug, I still hear like that old school stuff. Yeah. The beats might be different, but the flow's still the same. Like Kiki is still the same Kiki to me. He might hop on different type of beats these days, but I hear the same Kiki.
Yeah, you can jump on a different type of beat and have you a rap a different type of way to where it could either sound old school or it could sound new school. But then you got some people like the Baby, for instance. He don't rap like none of the new school. He rap like him.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So it's new. So his style of rap is gonna carry for a while until other people starts rapping like him. Then it's gonna start making it sound more outdated sometimes when other people start jumping on it, and then it gets old over a period of time. But as long as he stay in that lane and don't nobody try to come in, ain't nobody gonna really say, "Oh man, the baby sound like it's outdated." Nah, they gonna say he sound like the baby.
Yeah, that's what we used to hear him sounding like.
Right. That's just like, what you call it? What's his name? Fat Boy SSE. He got a new song. I ain't gonna lie, man, jamming on it. But when you hear it, from the beat to the melody to his cadence on how he's rapping the song, first thing you gonna pop up into, man, that sound like Roddy Ricch. And the boy sound like Roddy Ricch on it. Boy jamming it, but it sounds too much and so much like Roddy Ricch. You would think Roddy Ricch actually really wrote the song for him.
Yeah.
And to rap it that way, because he's saying certain melodies or certain words that's similar to the words that he done in a couple of other previous songs. And still, and what he got one jamming song, I gotta say.
Yeah, he gonna have to deal with that. Hey, that sound like Roddy Ricch a little bit.
Right, so that's something that you're gonna have to deal with. But some people look at it like, is that a L or is that a win?
I think if you generating attention, I feel like if people even saying, "Hey, that sound like Roddy Ricch," that means people listening to it.
That's a compliment.
And that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's what I rather sound like Roddy Ricch than you tell me I sound like somebody that's out here trash. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I take it that it's a win, but also for some people, a win could be an L because you'll be able to see and know its potential, but it's something about the circumstances that surrounds it that can hinder you from the progress.
Right.
But like I say, it just depends on who's listening to the music, because it's like I used to tell people, and you might come up with it yourself too. Like, I might love this song, favor this song, and all my partners like this song right here, but I'm gonna push this song over here, a song that they don't even much like, and that's because it's cool to go with everybody around you like, but those not the people that's all the time that's gonna buy your stuff.
Yeah.
So if all my people saying, man, this song is jamming over here, but this song that's over here is a song that they don't like, but everybody else is gravitating to that the most, I'm gonna have to go with what's gravitating.
Yeah.
Just gravitating.
You gotta trust your instinct, especially with the music.
Yeah, but really it's not even really instinct. It's just that I would love and like this song 20 times more than I like this song. But this song is more marketable. This song reaches the people better. Even though if it's a song that I don't like, you can be like, man, that's a trash song. The worst song that I ever made. But your worst song can be your best song you ever made.
Right. And a lot of times, I see when artists, like an artist will drop that radio single, and then you go listen to the full album. When the album drop, and that radio single sometimes be the song you listen to the least on the album, but it was just more catchy. Like, it was the reason you probably came in and checked out the album.
Right.
But so it's just, like you say, marketing. You know, it's just all about the marketing. What can we expect next from you? Like, what's next?
Well, right now, like I say, the Slang Roy, Can't Keep Up, Mary Jane, those are all 3 singles. Matter of fact, y'all can go and check them out right now. Go stream, download, share it on all online platforms, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, Google Play Music, any platform you can find the music. Mary Jane, Slang Roy, Can't Keep Up. Go and check it out.
And by the way, that Slang Rod featuring DJ Charles, hey, that's a smash, man.
Appreciate it.
I ran it back like twice.
Oh, appreciate it. Then my song Mary Jane, I've been marketed the whole month of June and May. It was on BET and MTV Jam. So shout out to MTV, BET for allowing me to get any airtime when y'all.
Yo, that's a major look, especially coming from this area. I think we need more artists on them platforms because, you know, I feel like Houston got a lot to offer right now. You just got to be seen.
We got a lot to offer, and there's a lot being overlooked and stepped over. So It's gonna take time, but it's gonna really I believe it's gonna take Houston to evolve into another Atlanta, because Atlanta shows more love with each other than Houston. Like, who was that? I forgot who it was, but he did an interview 2 times, and he was like just basically saying the difference in between Atlanta people and why they be winning a lot. You might go to a studio and it could be 6 other people, well known or doing their thing in the same studio, but in other rooms recording.
Yeah.
They bump into each other and shit, man. Don't jump on your shit. You ain't gonna get that in Houston too much. Main thing Houston gonna be, they gonna be looking at you like,
shit, you ain't trying to pay?
who is you? Oh man, nah, I don't think so. You know, we just got that anti-socialness about us.
Yo, it's
so
different.
just,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we different, but we got to get better at that, because the more we mix and mingle with each other, the greater as a people I believe Houston can become, and we will achieve that in due time. So it's coming. We will be great.
Before we get out of here, I do have one more question for you. What are your thoughts on the music scene in Houston today, like the artists that we putting out, and just the whole vibe of the city right now?
It's cool. It's cool. What Houston has to offer right now is real cool. You got a bunch of new people that's coming up on the scene, man, that's jamming. You got other people that been out on the scene doing their thing that's still jamming. Like, you got the fast lanes, you got the Hall Boomers, the Young Gals, you got like my people, UBK, you better know. You got Kels Free World 360, some more hot cats that's coming up out of H-Town right now. Shout out to them. It's a lot of people from Rock Solid Music Group. You got the ABNs. The list goes on and on.
A lot
you got
of
J Dogs and everything, man. We got a lot to offer out here. Especially we got a bunch of legends that done ran the game. So Houston will never be slept on. It's just that we just need to come together a little more and help each other flourish more, because that's what the other cities doing. As long as we stay divided, we'll stay divided and don't never come together and conquer the culture. That's why a lot of people is winning, but as you can see, Houston is starting to come together. Atlanta and all of them, it's like you could tell right now it's Houston time, because they still gonna do what they do, but Houston is where they starting to look more and more to right now for the new hot artists, the new music.
Yeah.
It's Houston. So
you do got artists like Megan Thee Stallion, DJ Chose, B King, Travis Scott, Don Toliver. Like, these people like Grammy nominated artists that's really like streaming millions of plays. So they like, okay,
jamming.
Why we not hearing more from that region? Like, maybe we need to go tap in down there. That's how I feel like those executives look at it.
I look at Houston as untapped resources.
Yeah, it's like oil that haven't been struck yet.
Yeah, and they can keep sleeping on us, but Houston coming, Texas coming. I ain't gonna just say
Yeah, I mean, shout out to them boys in Dallas.
You got the Yellow Beaches, you got the Trap Boy Freddy's, especially Mo 3. R.I.P. Mo 3, boy was talented. He was a jamming
He caught the attention of Boosie, you know what I'm saying? So,
right, and that's something. That's Texas. It takes hate to bring down each other, and that's what's always seemed to happen out here. No matter if you're from Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, anywhere, the hating on each other is the problem. We just gotta learn how to congratulate and help push one another, which that's something that's gonna help build and make our culture down here more successful, which we are achieving that. We are having that. We gonna continue that. It's what we need to do. We need to continue it, and we will flourish in the next 5-6 years, I can see Houston with a good 5-year run starting now.
Right. And I feel like it's coming because I look back like 10 years ago. A lot of the major rappers in Houston was beefing with each other. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, you hear a lot of collaborations, a lot of songs coming from all different sides of town. You know, you got the East, the West, the North, and the South, all linking up on projects, putting songs out. So I think it's coming. It's just, it's just a steady pace right now.
Yeah, which it's growth. It might not be moving as fast as other people might want it to be, but it's growth. I take little growth over a large amount of growth anytime, because at least with that growth, you're taking small steps to better yourself and to better each other for the long run, instead of it being a rush job and then
fall apart.
It's there and then it's no more. I'd rather we build it up and instead of getting more tighter and bigger, to where they gonna be looking at, man, we sleeping on H-Time got them, they got them hitters, they got them hits, and that's what we're gonna keep on doing out here, man. In Houston, I really truly believe that, and I just me. Even if my music don't take off, we got plenty of other talent out here that will make it, and best believe it, we gon' make it.
So, man, I want to give you a chance to, shout out social medias, let people know where they can find the music, if you got a website, all that good stuff.
Well, right now, I'm finna be updating my website, but you know what it is. This is your main man, Eliot Ness. Y'all can check out all my music on our online platforms, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, Apple Music, any of them. You can check out that Mary Jane featuring Lou Nell, Devin the Dude, Young Red, shout out boy Young Red and Tony Mac. Then you got Can't Keep Up featuring Lil Kiki. Shout out to the Dunn, Self-Made. What's up with him? On his day, 713, check him out. Mike D and RIP 32. And the best for last, Slang Rod featuring DJ Chose, produced by DJ Chose. Ain't that DJ Chose? Look like DJ Chose. Catch that out on all streaming platforms, man. And let me know what it's about. If you like it, follow me on Facebook, Eliot Ness, Instagram, Twitter, Eliot Ness 5026. I'm rocking with y'all, man. Keep up the good work. And y'all check me out and tune in for more to come.
Already, man. Appreciate you for stopping by the sub room today. Hey, y'all stay tuned, man. This interview, if you watching this, the interview, right? You know what I'm saying? So y'all just stay tuned, tap in, click the links. Make sure y'all follow him, man. Eliot Ness, he got a lot of legendary shit going on out here in these streets, man. So y'all definitely want to tap into that, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Tap in with the sub room, man. Fuck with your people. We out.
Can't be in the sub room without that shirt.
Already.